Hello, loves, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Happy You Tarot. If you are new, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome. We are getting into our June readings for Earth signs. So, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy messages for you. And we are looking at life, love, and money. All right. So, we're going to tap into all of those different things, and we're going to just pull cards. I have some oracle cards in front of me, so we're going to tap into your energy and see what's going on. All right. So we're going to start once again with Taurus. So Taurus, I hope all is well with you. Clear the energy. And thanks again to all my new subscribers. The channel is growing, and I'm just so thankful. So thank you. Um, like I said, if you are new, if you have subscribed, and if you're returning, thank you so much. I'm so grateful for that. All right, so Taurus, I pulled some cards for you because I started recording and then I had to step away. So I pulled some oracle cards first, and so we're going to talk about it. What I have, Taurus, what I'm feeling is that for those Taurians that resonate with this reading, there is an energy that you are trying to find the strength to either walk away from a situation, release a situation, or stay in a situation. For some of you, you may even be trying to find the strength to go in a different direction, like taking a leap of faith into something that is better serving for you. And there's a sense that you feel it's a challenge and you feel kind of alone in this decision making process and this wanting to take this leap of faith. And the thing is, what I'm picking up also is that there's a sense that you feel disconnected from maybe from spirit, from your spirit team, spirit guides, because you lately it's been hard for you to trust your intuition in a situation. For some of you, there's a sense that maybe you stayed in a situation longer than anticipated. Um, excuse me, this could be a job, and maybe you're trying to, you know, change, take a leap of faith, do something different, take, um, relocate, just taking a leap of faith. This could be a relationship that you're trying to. And so the thing is, I feel like it's really like it's a test of faith for you. Um, Yeah, so that's what I'm getting towards. You have the card of cause and effect under the strength card. So it's like something happened and then you're trying to um, find a solution, right? You're trying to, something that's just better serving, find the strength, like I say, to release something or to step out on faith in a situation. Spirit wants you to know that you are on the right path, okay? But you have to trust your intuition. The card of trust says you have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. So you got to trust yourself. And like I said, for some of you, there's a feeling of not feeling connected. Um, but Spirit wants you to know that you're never alone, okay? You're never alone. Your spirit team is always with you. You have to lean into that. So if you, um, you know, create a sacred space for yourself, ask your guides, your spirit team, your ancestors, Holy Spirit, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, they're always available to you, okay? Because like I said, there's a sense that you feel detached. You feel detached from self, which if you feel a detachment from yourself, right, then you feel a, a you feel like you're detached from spirit. But just keep that in mind. You're never alone. I do see for some of you, this is, um, I don't know, it's as if you found yourself in a really tough spot. Um, I'm going to pull some more cards. I kind of want to see what this may be. Spirit, can you give me a little bit more on this situation for Taurus? For some of you, it's a relationship. You have the Lovers here reversed. Okay, so it could be like a failed marriage, a failed partnership. And you know you have to walk away from it, but it's hard. It's a challenge. You're stuck in your head. You're trapped in your thoughts. Um, 8 of Swords. It's a lot of anxiety maybe around this situation. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles reversed, actually. King of Pentacles reversed. That's my card of maybe a narcissistic person. So that may be, you may be in a relationship with a narcissist. This could also signify pentacles can speak of work. So this could be a work situation that you're trying to walk away from because you just don't feel valued and appreciated. You may feel like you don't feel valued and appreciated in a relationship, but you're just trapped in your thoughts. And there's 8 of Swords can be feeling of entrapment. Um, it could be mental. You don't have the mental clarity, right? You just feel trapped in your thoughts, anxiety ridden, just can't move forward. But just know that spirit is, your spirit team is there and they want you to just trust your intuition. I feel, Taurus, like you are getting intuitive guidance, nudges, signs, and synchronicities from the universe, but you have to lean in. And so it's like you're maybe praying about a situation or meditating on a situation, but then you have to also look for the answers, right? Spirit is always speaking to us, and um, the universe has the answers, but we have to tap in to be able to hear, right? Through our third eye awareness, right? Um, there is something, once you make this decision, it's going to be something you're going to feel more grounded. You have Ace of Wands, and Ace of Wands is the card of maybe the feeling after you've stepped out on faith, you've made a decision, and there's like a new life, new surge of energy. Ace of Wands talks about manifestation, new life, new energy, right? New energy source. 2 of Swords, yeah, trying to make that decision. And then the Temperance card reversed. You're losing patience in a situation. You could find yourself, because of this, you just don't feel grounded, and it may play itself out in anger. You may be like quick tempered, have patience in a situation. Someone may not have patience with you in a situation. They may be quick tempered. It's hard to communicate with this person if this is a relationship, hard to see eye to eye. And so you're just trying to make a decision that best serves you. Okay. And like I said, take it how it resonates. This could be a job situation, but it's something that you're wanting to release that no longer serves you. And for some of you, you're trying to stay in a situation maybe that does not serve you, but right now you're just trying to make it work because you can't. There's a feeling that you can't leave, or you can't walk away from it. But it's causing you a lot of burden. Ten of Wands with this Knight of Pentacles reversed. Some of you just don't, like I say, you don't feel appreciated and valued in a situation. You feel like you're doing a lot and you're getting bare minimum effort back. So it's not, you're pouring a lot in, time, energy, attention, but you're not reaping anything back from it. Nothing is given back to you. Okay. So that's what I'm feeling, Taurus. So let's see then, how does this relate to your finances? All right. What about money, career, finance for Taurus spirit? As it relates to your finances, Taurus, there you need to you have the chess card, which talks about creating a strategy. Okay. Um, it talks about wise spending, so saving your money. Because if you're trying to maybe move, leave a job, start something new, leave a relationship, it's gonna the energy. It's the energy of being prepared. Okay, so preparing yourself for the end, right? For this ending or this, whatever you're walking into next, being very smart, being very strategic, and having a strategy. So with your finances, yeah, thinking things through, not making any impulsive moves. So if you, let's just say, if you say, well, I want to, you know, quit my job, then if you're looking at, okay, I want to quit my job in the next 3 to 4 months, right? So just being very intentional on what that looks like, and then setting the, being able to save money, not overspending, because maybe you're going to need, this money to move forward into this, until you take a, leap of faith into something else, or maybe you just want to quit and you're just going to look for something else. So that's an example. That's kind of what's coming through. But, um, yeah, for some of this, for some of you, if this is a relationship, maybe you're planning to leave, and it's going to be important for you to, um, if you're sharing a home with someone, or you're sharing the financial responsibility, but maybe you're knowing you're going to walk away. This could be someone who is trying to leave a marriage. Maybe you're being very, you're thinking about how you're going to, if you're going to be okay, maybe if you are not with this person and there's no longer two incomes. Okay, so yeah, an obstacle for you is money right now, stability. There's a sense that you feel like there isn't enough coming in. You're wondering if you're going to be okay in a situation, if you're going to have enough money to, take this leap of faith in whatever direction this is for you. The blessing, what you don't see coming, is that I think you're going to be okay. Spirit just wants you to um, be practical and realistic about the, um, what your finances look like, what your financial obligations look like before you take this leap of faith. If it's going to involve money, or, so being able to just take care of things you have, um, being financially sound. But then it can also talk about money blocks, but it's in the position of what you don't see coming. So if you move impulsively, it may things may blow up for you, right? You may not get the best result. But if you're strategic with this chess card and you plan things just right, the anchor is like you're going to be fine. You're going to um, feel strong in your decision to move forward with whatever this is. Okay. Your advice from Spirit, you have the Buddha card. Spirit wants you to just focus on you, focus on the things that you love as it relates to money. Maybe some of you have gotten away from something that you really love. Maybe you're a creator or artist, in whatever way, right? Whether that's, if you're doing something in any form of art, just something that you love, that you consider passion work for you, walking in your purpose, spiritual, something that just grounds you and nurtures you spiritually. Spirit wants you to get back into that. All right. You don't have to detach from that, because that is a part of you. It's something that nurtures your spirit. And that's very important. As much as we give out, right, of ourselves, we have to also put back in. We have to feed and nurture and take care of ourselves on a soul level. And so Spirit is just reminding you of that with this Buddha card. All right, Taurus. So what I'm getting, Taurus, is that there's a decision that you're having to make. You're trying to find the strength to move forward in a situation, like I said, to release something, to take a leap of faith in another direction. Spirit wants you to know that you're on the right path with that, the way you're thinking about it. You just have to be strategic in planning for your future as it relates to your finances, and just, planning in general, being prepared. You're not alone. Ask for help from your spirit team, okay? Um, and just tap back into yourself. Trust yourself. Trust the guidance that you're being shown, okay? So that's what I'm getting. And money looks good. You just need to, like I said, that chest card being your your overall energy. Just make sure that you're um, being logical, being practical, and strategic. Okay. So overall, that looks good. So let's see what's going on with you as far as love and partnership. Because for some of you, this may be a relationship that you're having to walk away from, and you're thinking about it. Yep. Yeah, some of you could definitely be leaving a romantic connection. You have the first energy is the ship card, and the ship card talks about cutting ties and moving on and moving forward. This is in tarot. This will be the energy of the chariot card. Okay, for me, like moving forward, or the three of wands, waiting for your ship to come in. Waiting it could even be two of wands energy, which is looking at, the questioning, what else is out there for me, right? Walking in a different direction, taking that leap of faith. So some of you could definitely be in the energy of cutting ties and moving on from a romantic connection. In the current energy, you have the card of seduction. Okay, and seduction talks about attraction, hooking up, dating, third parties, and temptation. Okay. Um, no judgment, Taurus, but just be careful. This energy is for some of you. Um, this decision that you may be making is maybe um, to make a decision to you're trying to talk yourself into being okay with a third party situation. You being the third party, okay? Um, so you're trying to talk yourself into being okay with that. So you may be in a connection with someone. You may be already in a connection, and you're stepping outside of that connection, um, and hooking up, or entering into a third party situation with another person, or you may be the third party, and you know that this person that you are connecting with is in a sacred union, whether that's marriage or whatever they see as a sacred union. But it looks like you're trying to either, it's like you're detaching from your core beliefs and values to be okay with this situation. So be careful with that. All right. Um, if that goes against your core beliefs and values, Taurus, I wouldn't advise it. But you have to do what's best for you. But because you're trapped in your head in this energy, is giving the energy of you're not really comfortable in a situation like that, but you have just told yourself, I'll be okay, it'll be okay. Okay. This isn't for everybody, but this is what I'm getting as far as the love and the energy around love and partnership. um, I do see you getting out of this situation for some of you if you're leaving a connection. You have the date card, getting back out there, meeting someone, okay, dating online. So for some of you, yeah, you are taking a leap of faith to close a door, close a cycle on a connection with this ship card being here and stepping out and dating. For some of you, you're trying to convince yourself that being in a third party situation is better serving for you, but I think um, your intuition is telling you something different. Okay, higher self is telling you something different. Okay, so that's what I have. I'm gonna pull you a few more cards. I'm gonna pull some cards from tarot. Let's see. What is the advice here, Spirit? Overall advice for Taurus as to what we've seen today. I think Taurus Spirit just wants you to know that you are loved and you are cared for, even if it's, um, I think Spirit wants you to remember that you don't have to settle for less than what you deserve. That's what I'm getting. You have the Six of Cups here. It's almost like Spirit is like you. Spirits want, the universe wants to give you, wants to give to you, wants to be gracious to you. Page of Wands and the Moon card reverse is like Spirit is like you don't have to jump into something. What I'm feeling intuitively is like Spirit is saying you don't have to jump into something where you feel uncomfortable and you have to settle, because Page of Wands can sometimes be very situation that is very impulsive, right? You leap before you think. It's not this strategy, right? Because remember we saw making chess moves, being very strategic. Spirit is saying if you do not do that, if you fall into this impulsive, acting out impulsively and not, that you don't have to do that. You don't have to succumb to that. It's not going to work in your favor. Moon card reversed. It's like you're going against your beliefs or your moral compass for someone else's pleasure is what I'm picking up. And if for some of you this is a third party situation, like it's coming to the light with this Moon card reversed. You got the Fool card, the Four of Cups reversed. Yeah. Someone wants you to, yeah. I don't know, Taurus. It's giving me an energy that someone around you wants you to settle, and they want you to go against your core beliefs and values. You know that a situation doesn't serve you, and you're trying to make yourself fit in this box that you don't fit in. You just don't fit in it. You're trying to convince yourself that bare minimum is enough, or I'm okay in this situation, but you're not. You're not okay at all. And Spirit is just reminding you that you don't have to, you don't have to, you don't have to force yourself to fit somewhere where you don't feel, you know, valued and appreciated, or you're just feeling like you're just getting just the bare minimum in a situation. So that's what I'm getting overall for you, Taurus. So I send you love and light for, whatever this decision is that you have to make. And my advice is just don't don't settle, don't sacrifice yourself, for something that's not going to be worth it, that goes against your own moral compass, your own desires, and things that you want, from a soul level, right? You don't have to jeopardize yourself. So that is what I have for you, Taurus. Leave me a comment. Let me know how this resonates. And I will see you in the next reading. And we're going to move on to Virgo. So hello, Virgo. I hope all is well. We are tapping in Virgo and looking at the energy for June check-ins, and we're looking at life, love, and money. So the energy around those three things. All right, and I'm pulling from a new deck today, Higher Self Oracle. And so let's just see what you got. So this is for Virgo. Virgo, you gotta there's an energy that you're stuck in, like an energy of betrayal. Someone betrayed you. Um, I'm hearing dishonor, so maybe you felt dishonored or you felt betrayed, or you didn't get maybe the result. Maybe you poured time, energy, attention, love into something and it didn't work out for you. But Spirit wants you to overcome this. You have overcoming obstacles, okay? And you have the card of acceptance. So Spirit wants you to overcome. You have to accept whatever this is, and you have to release it. So there's an energy of the energy around you feels like a stuck energy, a very stagnant energy, and Spirit wants you to move past it, because you have to, there's so much more once you step out of that energy of because it's causing you to kind of build up a wall, and it's causing energetically other blockages, like energetic blockages for you. You have the card of forgiveness, okay? And then also the card of anger fell out. So someone you're holding on to the energy of resentment. There's an energy of resentment. You haven't forgiven someone. You haven't forgiven yourself in a situation. You have the card of under acceptance. You do have past, and it's in the reverse. So that lets me know it's hard for you to move past something. It says through the power of love, you release stagnant situations in order to transform your heart space. So yours is, the energy is reversed, which is a stuck energy. So you have not done that. You have not released stagnant situations. Spirit wants you to know that you can do it though. Heal and lean into the energy of forgiveness. Maybe that's something that you'll have to really just pray and meditate about, because Spirit there is something that's you're stepping into. There's an energy of things around you coming towards you that's going to make you feel better. You have satisfaction. You let the energy of love guide you, okay? And you this card is talking about being able to let self-approval validate you, right? You're validating yourself. You're not letting other people define who you are, okay? So as you're overcoming these obstacles, and the obstacle is, and the challenge is to not look for approval from others, but to know that you're self-approved, right? You're approved, right? We are all, we are all we are all love. We are all, your happiness is your birthright. You have to see yourself as healed, as getting over a situation. Even if you're in the thick of it, you see yourself, you create a thought of, I'm it's all about the words that you're saying to yourself, right? So if you're saying, even if you continue to go back in your mind and think about a situation, You have to also say, I'm learning from this situation. This situation is happening for me, not to me. So it's important for you right now to create like an attitude of gratitude and an attitude of looking at a situation through a different perspective, seeing it for what it is, but not sitting in that energy of anger, because that's what this feels like. Someone that is just anger and bitter, and they're holding on to things and unable to forgive. But Spirit wants you to release that, accept things for what happened, accept the past. The past happened. You have acceptance and past here. Because this anger energy, this energy of that you're sitting in where it's hard for you to forgive, what it's doing, you don't have any peace. Okay, you have peacefulness, but it's in the reverse. You recognize the balance of kindness and love, and you bring calmness to your soul. You're not. There's a blockage there. You know, it's almost like you're letting anger win, right? And happiness is our birthright. So you're going against your birthright. So let's see. So that's what's going on just currently as far as your life reading. So let's see, Virgo. What about finances for Virgo? What about finances? Your finances are good. You have the feather card. Okay. So it talks about divine intervention. So even your spirit team, you have your spirit team is helping you financially, helping you making things, lighten the path, making things a little bit easier for you as it relates to money. So money looks good. You're in the energy of um, just flow. There's an energy of flow and things just working in, according to divine timing and flow and abundance. So that looks good. A challenge for you right now is to not focus solely on money. Like, so just, you can save money, make your money, but don't just, because then you're focusing on it, it's turning into like a lack, or like a fear of not having enough. So that's the so I may be speaking to some Virgos who are very good at saving money, um, but then it's like add balance to that and know that it's okay for you to spend money. If you've saved and you've been very smart with your money, it's okay for you to, take a trip or, buy you something nice. Okay. So yeah, that's your obstacle, is just to not worry and obsess, or um, sit in the energy of obsessing over money. Okay. A blessing that you um, surround your money, like good fortune, is that you're very skillful as it relates to saving, investing. Some of you is talking about being self-made. Some of you are the exposure, like exposing yourself to people with a positive money mindset, being in the energy of that. You're learning a lot of money skills. Some of you, I'm hearing, may be into trade, investing, and things like that. So that's a blessing. You're getting a positive return on that. You're learning a lot through that experience as well. And also maybe making connections with people, being in a space where other people who have a positive mindset around money, you're learning a lot from them. Okay. So your advice from spirit is just to know that you can manifest. You're in the energy of just manifestation, taking action. So if there's something you want to invest in, Virgo, um, yeah, the energy around you is that, like, energy of manifestation, things that you're working on, just coming full circle. And so if you're putting hard work into something, and the universe is also like rewarding you because of your hard work, your focus, as it relates to money, this positive money mindset. Okay. So that looks really good. So let's see. What about love, romance, and partnership for Virgo? Okay, so for some of you, you may be dating. You have the teddy bear card, and the energy behind that card talks about someone being interested in you and wanting to date. You may be interested in someone and wanting to ask them out, or they may be asking you out on a date. Some of you are just happy single and living in the moment. Some of you may be planning like a girls trip or something like that, or a trip with your friends. And that may be something that you're focusing on. You may meet someone while you're traveling this summer. If you have some vacation, some travel time planned, you may meet someone. You may also have a past love, like an ex-partner who's looking at pictures of you, missing you. Okay, and they're wanting. They may come back. You may run into them while you're on vacation. For some of you. Or while you're out with friends, you may run into a partner that wants to talk with you again and see if you can rekindle something with them. And this may be the person that maybe you have the anger towards, the energy where spirit wants you to forgive, a situation. I'm hearing also forgiving yourself in the situation, Virgo. Like it's important to forgive the other person, but it's more so you're you maybe being critical of yourself. If this was a failed relationship, you're kind of like beating yourself up about it. So spirit just wants you to kind of release and forgive that as well. So that there's not any energetic blockages as it relates to new love coming in, new partnerships, new connections. Okay. Let me see. Any final messages for Virgo, Spirit? Final messages for Virgo. Take your time, Virgo. That's the message. Take your time. Things are balancing out for you, working out in your favor with this Justice card here. It's going to be important for you to see things through a different perspective, like we talked about before. The Hangman talks about seeing things from, a new set of lenses, from a different perspective, looking at all sides in a situation. Yours is in reverse, so Spirit wants you to really lean into doing that. And I think when you do that, you'll be able to forgive your past and all of the things that, whatever this energy is that you're being in, like you're in the if you're in an energy of like resentment with this anger card. It's going to be important for you to start to see things from a different perspective and know that things are going to, that it was in your favor because maybe you learned something about yourself. And Knight of Swords is just like take action on those things, right? A call to action. To persevere in a situation and to put yourself in the energy of healing and forgiveness. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Virgo. I hope that helps. Leave me a comment. Let me know how it resonates. And we're going to move on to Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn. We are doing your June energy check-ins, Capricorn. We're looking at life, love, and money. So we're going to look at those three things and the energy around it. I'm pulling oracle cards today and a little bit of tarot. But I've really been enjoying this higher self oracle deck, so I want to pull from that today. All right, so this is for Capricorn. Let's see. What's the energy messages for Capricorn? Capricorn, there's an energy around you of there's an energy of you needing to change your perspective as well. Look at something from a higher perspective. There's a sense that it's something that maybe you really wanted, that you prayed about, and it didn't quite work out the way that you anticipated it to. But it's almost like Spirit is saying, but it still worked out. And maybe you'll understand a little bit more as time progresses. So it's almost like Spirit saved you from like something that was not going to work out in your favor. And you're stuck in that. Like, why didn't it work? Why didn't this happen for me? But there's a sense that you're gonna find out why, and you're gonna sit back in a few months from now, a year from now, and say, wow, that really, I dodged a bullet, or that, that happened the way it was supposed to happen, despite what you thought was gonna happen, right? It still worked out in your favor. Spirit wants you, there's a sense of like you have gratitude here. So it's like lean into gratitude about a situation. Because right now you're only focusing on what didn't work. You're worried about something, okay? Creating a space for you to focus on gratitude. Maybe it's getting a gratitude journal and just kind of journaling at the beginning or the end of the day. That may be a good thing for you to do right now. Because you're just stuck in a problem, or you're focusing only on what's going wrong in the situation. And there's just so many more things that are coming together, because what you don't see is that even with the pieces being scattered, right? Because if something is not coming together how you desired it to, it's like it still is coming together very harmoniously with this harmony card here. And the worry that you feel is really Spirit just elevating you to a different level. Spirit wants you to know that, your prayers are being answered in a situation. And so it's almost like as if you're praying about something, you have to then let it go, right? And trust that everything is going to work out for you, because it will. It's working in your favor. A lot of relationship energy so far with the earth signs, but this could be a relationship as well. Maybe something didn't work out the way you wanted it to, Capricorn, but it's still working in your favor. The situation is still working in your favor. You may be in a connection with someone a sacred union, a marriage, and things are a little turbulent right now. But that's clearing itself out too. And the turbulence that you feel is like this, like spirit is you're being the two of you are being stretched, so to speak. That's what I'm seeing through my mind's eye, like someone being stretched because you can't stay stuck in this little box the way you think, right? You have to be stretched and think about stuff in a different perspective, higher perspective, um, because because later on when you look back, you'll say, I'm so grateful for that happening because I would have never gotten here or thought about it this way or been able to do that. So you'll see later why this is a blessing for you and your partner, because this could definitely be two people who are in a relationship and that you just feel very stretched. I'm hearing stretched thin, and you feel there's a lot of tension, a lot of changes, and you're just like, what is this? And so, but it's needed for growth, is what I'm feeling. As it relates to your money and finances, things look good. Your solid investment, saving money, feeling very grounded, job security. Okay, as it relates to now, you know everything's good financially and career wise. You're in a good place. Um, a challenge for you if you're getting extra money, Capricorn, if you've gotten a bonus, um, is to just be wise instead of maybe buying a new whatever. Um, Paying off debt. So that's a challenge for you right now. So just pay off debt. Um, if there is extra, be very smart with the extra money, right? Extra finances, bonus, whatever that is. So being smart with your spending or your saving or paying off debt or saving to prepare for something bigger, making a bigger purchase, right? On something, a house, a car, saving for retirement, something like that. And then a blessing, and like I said, this goes back to what I was feeling in the beginning. The blessing is the turtle card, slow and steady, right? Things are happening, maybe they're progressing slowly, but and it may look as though it's not what you wanted or what you thought, where you thought the two of you would be if this is a relationship, or where you thought you would be maybe if this is career, but it's happening it's working in your favor. Even the slow and steady part is, divine intervention. Okay. Yep. And so your advice from spirit is the watch card, which talks about divine timing, seizing the moment, and just kind of like um, showing gratitude, right? Remember, you have the gratitude card. So showing gratitude to this waiting period, this period where you feel buried, but you're really being planted so that you can grow, because there's a upgrade happening, right? There's a glow up happening for you spiritually. That's beautiful, Capricorn. All right, so let's see. Yeah, you got to be patient in a situation. You are overcoming obstacles. I forgot I pulled these cards, fell out on as well. So yeah, patience in a situation is definitely going to pay off. So just trust divine timing. What about romance and partnership? Love, romance, partnership for Capricorn. Hmm. Let me get 3 more. For some of you, Capricorn, you may have found out your partner was like cheating on you or doing something sneaky and deceptive. But I feel like it's, I don't know, it's a sense that you all are like stronger and like you're going to work it out. Now, you take that how it resonates because, we all have free will and choice. So if you in a situation where you cheat on your partner cheated on you, I mean, you don't have to stay in a situation like that. But there's a sense that like you're going to be okay. Like you're going to move past it. You have the mask card, um, which talks about things being hidden from you, hiding your feelings, someone doing something, hiding who they really are. But then you have the ship card, which talks about moving past something, progressing, okay? Um, and things like becoming stable again, grounded, healing is here. And then perception, looking at something from a different perspective. So I may be talking to a Capricorn who maybe you're in a relationship, a committed relationship, and you thought that things were good between you and your partner, and maybe you found out about some infidelity or some, something that was, your partner was doing that you didn't know about, something, and you felt deceived. It's a deception. Something came to light as far as a deception. But there's an energy of like, if you decide to stay in it, and really work through this with your partner, the both of you working through it, not just one of you, but the both of you working through it, it looks like you're going to be fine. There's a lot of healing and stability that's coming out of this situation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're stuck in your head thinking about it a lot. Yeah. And then for some of you, if you are moving past a situation, like getting out of a situation, there's definitely something more healing coming towards you. Um, if you're separating from someone, there's a sense that, grounding, something that's more stable, healing heart, um, and just being able to kind of see this as a lesson and a blessing and not just stay stuck in the hurt. That's going to be better serving for you to not stay stuck in the hurt once you move on. If I'm talking to a Capricorn that is moving past something, getting out of a relationship where there was a betrayal, okay? But then for some of you Capricorn, um, something came to the light about your partner that was hidden from you with this mask card, but it looks like the two of you are gonna like move past it, okay, with the ship card, and make amends to be okay and get back on the same page. All right. So that is what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope that helped. Don't forget to leave me a comment, like the video, share with someone if you feel like they can benefit from it.